Hey guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the Intimidating TBR Pile Book Tag. This tag was originally created by Lindsay Ray, and I will post all the information to her channel down below. I feel like this tag is really appropriate because I feel like lately my TBR pile is just getting larger and larger, and it's seeming more intimidating the more I purchase books, especially since the books that I've been getting lately are pretty chunky. So I'm really excited to do this tag. There are 10 questions and let's get started. Question 1. What book have you been unable to finish? This question I'm going with Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I was spoiled for the ending of this book a long time ago when the book just originally came out, and I put the book down, just not being able to really finish it, and then I tried picking it back up, but once again, it was just really hard for me to get through it, especially knowing what the ending was like. There's just no anticipation, no build up. I really want to just finish it, but I can't bring myself to read it. Question 2. What book have you yet to read because you don't have the time? For this question, I'm going with Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I have had this book for a while now and I keep wanting to pick it up, but it is the first book in a series, and so I want to try and finish the series that I am almost complete with first before I start this book. So I just really haven't had the time to start it yet. Question 3. What book have you yet to read because it is a sequel? I have a lot of books that I have not read because they are sequels, but I have 3 in particular that are more intimidating, and since this is the Intimidating TBR Pile Tag, I figured I would show you these 3. The first one is Winter by Marissa Meyer. This is the 4th and final book in the Lunar Chronicle series. This book doesn't seem that chunky, but the pages are extremely thin, and there are 823 pages in this book. So this book is rather intimidating. The next book, and this is a new purchase of mine, is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 2nd book in A Court of Thorns and Roses series. As you can see, it still has the Target sticker on it, but this book is rather chunky and it has 624 pages, so not as much as the 826 pages in Winter, but you know, 620 something pages is rather intimidating. And the 3rd book is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I haven't read this one because I'm currently finishing Heir of Fire, so technically I can't read this one yet because I haven't finished the 3rd book. This is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, but I am intimidated by this book, and there are 645 pages. Question 4. What book have you yet to read because it is brand new? It is Passenger by Alexander Bracken. It was recently published in January, February, at the beginning of this year. I am wanting to read this book so badly, but I just keep being drawn to other books, and so this is definitely on the higher TBR pile. I believe this is going to be a duology, so this is the only book of that series that is out currently. I have some time to read it before the 2nd book comes out. Question 5. What book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and didn't enjoy it? Now, for this question, I was having trouble finding a book because I usually really enjoy the first book an author writes, and then the next book that I read I don't enjoy as much. So for this question, I'm going with Their Fractured Light by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is the 3rd and final book of the Starbound trilogy. I loved the first book, which was These Broken Stars, and I was unfortunately disappointed with the 2nd book, This Shattered World. So I'm a little hesitant to start this one, only because I was disappointed with the 2nd book, which, I mean, who isn't disappointed with the 2nd book in a series, to be honest? But this is the last one, so I'm really hoping I don't get disappointed on, and I have been wanting to finish this series for a while now, so this is definitely on the top of my TBR pile. I'm just hesitant to start it. Question 6. What book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? Now, I'm a little shocked that I've chosen this series because I love this series, but for some reason I just haven't been in the mood to finish it, and that is The Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I really love Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. It was amazing, and this is the spin-off series. I am finished with the first and the second book, and this is the third book, The Mark of Athena, but for some reason I'm just not in the mood to read it. I don't know if it's just maybe the mythology part of it. Honestly, I really can't pinpoint the exact reason why. What's interesting is that I hear this is the best one of the series, so I want to start it when I am more in the mood so that I can really enjoy it without putting it down. Question 7. Which book have you yet to read because it's humongous? This question I'm going with The Diviners by Libba Bray. This book is rather large. I don't have it with me right now. I am really intimidated to start it just because I've also seen the sequel to it, which I cannot for the life of me remember what the sequel is called, but it is equally as intimidating, and I don't know how many pages there is in The Diviners, but oh my gosh, it has to be at least like an 800-page book, at least. Question 8, because it was a cover buy that turned out to have poor reviews. For this question, I'm going with Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This cover is gorgeous, and I hear the format is really interesting. It's kind of like snippets of newspaper articles, so I'm really excited about that. And I mean, the cover itself is beautiful, beautiful. Just so many people have raved about the cover, so I had to get it, of course. But I have also heard mixed things with this book. I am hesitant to start this book just because of the, mixed feelings that I am seeing with this book, but it is definitely on my TBR, and I do hope that I can read it sometime in the near future. And question 9, what is the most intimidating book in your TBR pile? I'm actually gonna go with a series on this question, and I don't have these books with me right now, but that is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I have the mass paperback of this series, and it is so intimidating. It's on the top of my TBR, but the lower top of my TBR pile, if that makes any sense. It is definitely a series that I will be reading. It's not one of those TBR books that I end up taking off, but I'm okay if I don't get to this series right away. I really just want to devote as much time to that series as I can, especially since I hear it's amazing and I don't want to be reading so many other books. So I'm excited to start that one, but I'm really intimidated. And the last question, who do you tag? Look down below in the information bar. I'm gonna have to go through and see who hasn't done this tag yet. And if I don't mention you and you have not done this tag, but you really want to, then definitely say I tagged you and do it, and leave a link so that I can go check it out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying my videos. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye!